Hello everyone, welcome to my channel SW Metro official channel.
Suki discusses Kody's relationship with his children and the reasons the Brown family didn't interview together on Sister Wives. On the episode, Kody Brown doesn't have the best record. He doesn't get along well with anyone else in the family, with the exception of Robyn and their children. Unexpectedly, he also has a strained relationship with his ex-wife's children. He has been attempting to alter the dynamic, though, lately. He mentioned that he was hanging out with his other children a few days ago. His goal is to establish a rapport with them. During a recent appearance on Sarah Fraser's show, tell-all host Suki Krishnan provided additional information regarding the Brown family. She talked candidly about the Brown family's lack of group interviews on the show and Kody's relationship state with his children. During the tell-all, she also shared further information about the family and her interviewing experience with them. Sister Wives, Suki Krishnan calmly ends Kody's outburst. Kody Brown has long been known for attempting to control discussions and project power among his family. Suki shut him down like a boss when he attempted to do the same with her. Kody became irritated during the interview and threatened to shut her up if he wanted to. Suki calmly clapped back, telling him to stop being like a baby and try talking like an adult instead of giving in. Kody shrugged it off hesitantly, clearly taken aback. The moment was adored by the fans. Social media was inundated with viewers who praised Suki for refusing to back down. Suki Krishnan reveals Kody's equation with his family on Sister Wives. Sukanya Krishnan, host of Sister Wives, recently went on the Sarah Fraser podcast. She talked extensively about her encounter with the Brown family there. In the first tell-all episode, Kody met with Suki one-on-one with his original 3 wives, Janelle, Christine, and Mary. Additionally, Kody remembers the time the whole family spent doing interviews together, calling it a wonderful time. Robyn joined them in the second episode, but she also had a private meeting with Sukanya. Neither the podcast nor any of the episodes featured group interviews. Suki explained why she chose not to interview the Brown family in groups. Suki claims that it is obvious that the family is no longer united and that inviting them in for a group interview will just exacerbate the situation. She also mentioned that she suggested to Robyn, Kody, Janelle, and Mary that they have a group interview. All of them, though, favor one-on-one interviews. However, since Christine had moved on from the Brown family entirely, she was the only one willing to participate in a group interview. Except for Christine, it was obvious that no one was yet prepared for a group interview. Suki also talked to his elder children about Kody's problem. According to Suki, Kody is currently trying to improve his relationship with his elder children. He is making every effort to locate a location where he can witness his daughters grow into women and his sons become men. With them, he hoped to mend the scars and establish a new kind of friendship. Suki added that while some of the children have closed their doors, others have embraced Kody wholeheartedly. Kody Brown, once the proud patriarch of a large, blended family, now finds himself estranged from many of his children. While his bond with Robyn Brown and their children remains intact, his relationships with the children he shares with his ex-wives, Janelle, Christine, and Mary, have significantly deteriorated. This change hasn't gone unnoticed by fans, especially given the emotional tension displayed during recent tell-all specials and episodes of the main show. According to Suki, Kody himself admitted that he is attempting to change and rebuild the relationships he once neglected. She shared that Kody has been trying to reconnect, spending more time with his children outside of his marriage with Robyn. Whether these efforts are too little too late remains to be seen, but it's clear Kody is attempting to shift the narrative. Suki Krishnan, a strong host in a volatile setting. Kody Brown has long been known for his need to control the narrative. Over the years, he has displayed frustration when questioned or challenged, often attempting to dominate conversations with his forceful personality. During one particularly uncomfortable tell-all exchange, Kody became visibly irritated with Suki and told her he could shut her up if he wanted to. But Suki didn't back down. She calmly called out his behavior, urging him to have a grown-up conversation instead of throwing tantrums. Kody, taken aback, nervously laughed off the situation, but fans weren't laughing. They applauded Suki's poise and professionalism. On social media, viewers praised her for standing her ground and refusing to let Kody bulldoze the dialogue. This moment was pivotal, not just for the tell-all episode, but for fans who have long felt that Kody often dodges accountability. Suki became a symbol of the audience's desire for truth and emotional honesty from a cast that has frequently struggled to offer it. Why the Brown family didn't interview together. One of the most noticeable changes in recent Sister Wives tell-all episodes has been the absence of group interviews. In earlier seasons, it was common to see the whole family, Kody, Robyn, Mary, Janelle, and Christine, sitting together to reflect on the season. That dynamic has now shifted dramatically. On Sarah Fraser's podcast, Suki shed light on this decision. According to her, she did propose the idea of a group interview to the cast. However, it quickly became clear that this was no longer feasible. The family, once united, at least in theory, is now fragmented beyond repair. Suki stated that it was basic common sense not to force a group interview given the tension and lack of communication between the family members. Only Christine expressed a willingness to sit with the others, demonstrating her emotional maturity and closure from the past. Robyn, Kody, Janelle, and Mary, however, all preferred one-on-one interviews. This made it clear that deep wounds remain. Kody's efforts to rebuild with his kids. When asked about Kody's current relationship with his children, Suki provided some valuable insight. She explained that Kody is trying to repair the damage with his older children. He wants to find a space where he can watch his sons become men and his daughters grow into women. This is a far cry from previous seasons, where Kody seemed disinterested or overwhelmed by the emotional needs of his large brood. But as Suki shared, not all of Kody's children are open to reconciliation. Some have closed the door entirely, unable or unwilling to forget the emotional neglect and favoritism that played out over the years. Others, however, are more open-hearted, welcoming Kody back and allowing the possibility of a redefined relationship. The fallout of favoritism. One recurring theme throughout Sister Wives has been the perception of favoritism, specifically, Kody's favoritism toward Robyn and her children. This issue came to a head during the pandemic, when Kody chose to spend most of his time with Robyn's family, citing their adherence to his strict COVID rules as justification. This decision alienated his older children and wives, especially Janelle and Christine, whose children felt abandoned. This perceived favoritism isn't just a fan theory, it's a source of deep emotional pain for many of the Browns. Suki's comments on the podcast underscored just how damaged some of those relationships have become. Kody, in attempting to repair the fractures, now faces years of emotional baggage, broken trust, and hard truths that can't be ignored. Christine, the outlier with closure. Interestingly, Christine Brown seems to have achieved a level of closure and emotional maturity that eludes many others in the family. Her willingness to do a group interview, and her lack of bitterness in the process, shows just how far she's come since leaving Kody. She's moved on, married David Woolley, and built a life that reflects peace, love, and self-respect. Suki mentioned that Christine was the only one open to the idea of facing the past as a group. This says a lot about her healing journey. Christine's transformation, both emotional and physical, has been one of the most compelling narratives to emerge from recent seasons. Fans admire her resilience and her ability to move forward while still acknowledging her past. Janelle and Mary, still hurting. Janelle and Mary, on the other hand, are still navigating their emotional healing. While both have left their spiritual marriages with Kody, the pain still lingers. Suki shared that neither of them was ready for a group sit-down, a fact that underscores just how raw the wounds still are. Janelle, in particular, has been focused on her independence and wellness journey. Her social media reflects a woman rediscovering herself. Still, the tension between her and Kody, especially surrounding their sons, remains unresolved. Mary, too, has attempted to reinvent her life post-Kody, but she continues to deal with emotional fallout from a marriage that many believe was emotionally abusive. Robyn, isolated but still standing. Robyn remains a polarizing figure. To Kody, she is a devoted partner. To many fans and even family members, she is seen as the wedge that divided the family. Despite this, Robyn continues to defend her position and remains loyal to Kody. According to Suki, Robyn declined the idea of a group interview just like the others. This suggests that she, too, is not emotionally prepared to face the rest of the family. While she may still have Kody's loyalty, her relationships with the other wives are virtually non-existent. What comes next? The future of Sister Wives remains uncertain, but one thing is clear, the show will continue to evolve as the Brown family does. With Christine happily remarried, Janelle and Mary carving out new paths, and Kody reckoning with his fractured relationships, the next chapters will likely focus more on individual journeys rather than a cohesive family unit. Suki Krishnan's candid comments provided much-needed clarity. By addressing the tension head-on and refusing to sugarcoat the truth, she offered fans a transparent glimpse into the post-polygamy reality of the Brown family. Her handling of Kody's tantrums, her respectful interviews with each family member, and her willingness to speak openly about what happened behind the scenes make her one of the most effective tell-all hosts the franchise has ever seen. Conclusion: a family redefined. The Brown family of 2025 is not the same family fans met years ago. The love, unity, and shared vision that once defined them have given way to individual pursuits, emotional healing, and hard-earned independence. Kody Brown, for all his past mistakes, appears to be trying to change, but whether he'll succeed remains an open question. Thanks to Suki Krishnan, viewers now have a clearer understanding of why the family no longer appears together and how deeply fractured those relationships have become. In many ways, the one-on-one format of the tell-all interviews mirrored the current state of the Browns, separated, self-focused, and searching for peace in their own ways. What remains is the hope that healing is still possible, even if it's not as a united family, but as individuals who once shared something meaningful. And if nothing else, fans can take comfort in knowing that truth and accountability still have a place on Sister Wives, thanks in no small part to Suki Krishnan. Sister Wives Christine says Robyn ruined her sex life. Sister Wives star Christine Brown divorced Kody Brown. In 2021, Christine was Kody Brown's third wife, and the two had 6 children together. In 2010, Kody married his fourth wife, Robyn Sullivan, now Robyn Brown. Christine and Kody divorced in 2021, after 27 years of marriage. In 2023, she married David Woolley. In future years, Kody divorced his first and second spouses, Mary and Janelle, leaving Robyn as his only wife. Christine recently reflected on her marriage to Kody and discussed the influence his marriage to Robyn had on her. According to People, Christine discussed her marriage with Sukanya Suki Krishnan on the forthcoming June 8 episode of Sister Wives, One-on-One. The TLC star stated that she and Kody formerly had a fantastic relationship. She stated, "For a long time it was simply fun and a blast. You know, we just had a great time." Christine mentioned becoming independent at one point. However, Kody's marriage to Robyn in 2014 signaled that things might change. Christine stated, "When he married Robyn, I realized, oh, there's definitely something missing here. But at that point, it was almost over." Christine stated, "It wasn't a real true intimacy." She also believed she was not cared for emotionally, romantically, physically, or financially during her marriage to Kody. She went on to say, "I was independent at that point." Christine admitted that she was taken care of physically at the beginning of the marriage, but thought that sex quickly became just an act. She went on to say, "No real emotion behind it or anything." Christine was then asked how the modifications made her feel. She said, "It simply feels different. Well, used as a word, but he might have felt used as well, as if we were just using each other. It did not mean anything." Christine talked about her and Kody's lack of intimacy more than once. Christine also expressed concern that she and Kody had become apathetic over time. She remarked, "Maybe like I guess, we kinda have to." Perhaps there was only a desire, a physical need that was met. Christine also agreed with Krishnan's statement that sex became a marital obligation for her and Kody. The TLC star said, "It was just so broken." However, Christine felt that she and Kody did not want to discuss these matters openly. she stated, we both sensed there was something inadequate and missing. And when you have sex 5 times in a year, you recognize there's a problem and wonder, do we really want to talk about it? Christine said, so we had one chat about intimacy, and it was like, are we going to have any type of intimacy or sex in our marriage? And he was like, no. She went on to say, so the next time you come around, you're done. You are no longer staying here.